Nintendo games leaking online before launch. It's something we're all pretty used to by now. I do remember reporting on it whenever it came up when I was doing Nintendo news roundups. That's always a nice little chunk of news, and then you could put like leak or leaked on the thumbnail. I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that here for old time's sake, with the red, the stencil font. It's a good one. But like, I mean, it seems to kind of be inevitable. Like there is kind of a history of people who receive early copies of these games sharing in a way that they should not, and that's a whole thing. That's kind of why Nintendo has dramatically reduced the number of publications that they share early games with. Even when I was in the ambassador program, I didn't get anything early. Like, they only have a very few, because people just kept leaking them. They just kept ruining it for everyone over and over again. So now there's less of that going around, but it still happens because all it takes is the right person to get the physical copy of the game in their hands, and they just upload it. They just, you dump the ROM or whatever. That's all it takes. And so it's usually like a person who works at a retailer just getting their hands on it, and like, there you go, it's leaked. Well, Echoes of Wisdom has already leaked, and I don't have like a history of a timeline of Nintendo games getting leaked or anything, but this does feel early, especially because since it's usually retail copies leaking, falling into the wrong hands, those don't hit stores super early, at least when I was working in a game store. I mean, this was 100,000 years ago or whatever, but like, you'd never get it more than like a few days before, just because, like, why would you? They're finishing up the game, and then they're printing the game, and then they don't want street date to be broken. They don't want people getting these things early, so they send them like a few days before or whatever, so you have time to stock them and fill pre-orders. But wow, 2 weeks early. 2 weeks. I do have to wonder if it was a retail copy or if somebody just somehow got a hold. I mean, maybe it was an actual like early copy from Nintendo. It's hard to believe. That would mean that even after Nintendo dramatically reduced the number of people that they trust, it means that one of those people is still not trustworthy, which is a very frustrating idea. It's like, you people already ruined it for the rest of us. It's already extremely hard for people to get early copies of Nintendo games for review purposes, and you're still gonna do it just for the clout. Like, just for the internet clout, just so people can play the game without buying it, and they can put up like spoilered videos on YouTube where the last boss is just right there in the thumbnail. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So yeah, I don't know exactly how it happened, but 2 whole weeks early. And that is unfortunate because like I wouldn't be surprised if this game has some good stuff in it, some good surprises. I mean, like, maybe not. Maybe we've seen most of it. Maybe at the end you really do just like fight Ganon or whatever, and like that's kind of it. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's always cool stuff in Zelda games. There's always fun little surprises. Any Nintendo game. So it is disappointing, and we're kind of at that point where when something leaks this early, it's like, I don't want to do internet blackout for 2 weeks, like I can't just stay off the internet. I actually can't. This is my job. I can't stay off the news sites. I can't stay off social media much more than I already try to. I work on YouTube. I can't stop the algorithm from showing me the thumbnail with the final bosses and stuff. It's just, it's 2 weeks, but I don't know. But if any of you, here's your PSA. If any of you are really looking to avoid spoilers, you might have to mute some words. You might have to stay off of social media and maybe YouTube for a while. I don't know, but 2 weeks early. We got a little under 2 weeks to go until launch, and it's there. It's out there, and that's what's so funny. It's a file. It's literally, it's a ROM. All it takes is one. All it takes is literally one person. And there it is. It's there forever. You cannot remove this from the internet. You cannot stop it from spreading. The game has leaked in full, the entirety of it. People are already playing it. So yeah, just watch out, I guess. Watch out for spoilers, or enjoy playing the game. If you're one of those people who just can't wait, or doesn't want to pay for it, or wants to emulate it, or whatever, I suppose enjoy playing Echoes of Wisdom. I bet it's a real good one. Personally, I'm gonna wait. Just personally, I prefer to wait until it comes out and, you know, buy it with money and stuff. I mean, I don't like spending money, but it's kind of how this works. It's kind of how the system works. So I'm gonna stick with that this time.